Kevin West?
Yes.
And how long have you lived there with Kevin West?
I don't know the approximate date, but probably 5 months or 6 months.
And what is the current, well, are you and Kevin West in a romantic relationship?
Yes.
And what is the current state of your relationship?
We're engaged.
When did you first meet Kevin West?
Probably, I don't know the exact date, but it was over 20 years ago. It was the first time, probably 2004.
Okay. And how was it that you met?
I was a volunteer firefighter with Washougal, and he was a paramedic with Camas.
And was he married to Marcy West at the time?
Yes.
Did your relationship with Kevin West eventually turn into a sexual relationship?
Yes, briefly.
How soon after meeting?
Probably I don't know the exact date, maybe a year or 6 months. I don't know.
And how long did that first relationship last?
It was brief, maybe a couple months.
Did the two of you reconnect in 2023?
Yes.
And how was that occurred?
He messaged me.
On what?
Facebook.
Facebook Messenger?
Yes.
And what did he say when he messaged you?
I don't know the exact words, but it was, "Hi, is this Cynthia from Washougal that I knew back in the day?" I don't know exact words. It was very brief and just said, "How are you?"
And after he reached out to you on Facebook Messenger, did the two of you start communicating regularly?
I would say regularly, yeah.
How often?
In the beginning, maybe once a week or every few weeks, and then it progressed.
When did you start communicating more frequently?
A couple months or month maybe.
Okay. And how are you communicating?
Text messaging.
Just regular text messaging?
No, on an app.
What sort of app?
WhatsApp.
And what is WhatsApp?
It is just a different type of way to message, text messaging or calling.
Is it end-to-end encryption?
I don't think so. No.
Why would you use WhatsApp and not regular text messaging or Facebook Messenger?
I think for protection from, I was in a relationship at the time, and he would take my phone, or I assumed he took my phone, and it was easy to delete and not have it in my call history.
And did the two of you eventually decide to meet up in person?
Yes.
When was that?
I don't have the date, but it was months later.
So October, November?
Tried to answer that question, and I'm not sure on the exact date.
Where did you meet up?
The first time we met in a hotel, just to be out of the public eye.
Okay. And where was that?
It was off Airport Way. I don't remember the hotel. I'm sorry.
Between the time you first met in person at that hotel and Marcy's death, how many times did you see Kevin West in person?
I don't know. I don't have how many times we met. I'm sorry.
More than 10?
Yes.
More than 20?
Yes.
More than 30?
I don't know.
And we're talking about a period from October to the beginning of January?
Oh, yeah. Again, I don't know the date that we met the first time, but it's really hard for me to answer, even if it was 20 times.
And how many trips did you take with Kevin between the time you met up in person and the time of Marcy's death?
I would say at least 2 that I can really remember, maybe 3.
Can you tell us what those trips were?
I took a trip to, my mom was having medical issues. She needed a valve replaced. And I wanted him to meet my mom.
Is your
And
mother,
so that was in Nevada.
okay, so you took Kevin to meet your mother. Is your mother Walter Ward?
Yeah.
Okay. And so the two of you went to Nevada? When was that?
I think November,
And how long of a trip was that?
a couple of days.
And any other trips that the two of you took?
We went to the beach.
And how long of a trip was that?
Oh, one day, 1 or 2 days.
And you recall no other trips?
Pardon?
And you recall no other trips?
Not right now.
Did you go to Hood River?
We drove through the river from, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. We went to Goldendale. I apologize. I didn't remember that. And we drove through Hood River to come home.
Okay. Did you stay in Hood River?
No.
Did you stay in Goldendale
Yes.
at a hotel?
Yes.
And when was that?
I'm not sure of the date.
Going to Goldendale, what was the purpose of that trip?
My sister and my brother-in-law found some property that they wanted to look at, and me and my other sister, we had kind of a plan to buy at least 20 or more acres so that we could all live together on a piece of property, and have my mom and dad live with us as well. And so they were the first ones to go through retirement, and we're going to be buying property there. Hopefully, that was one of the locations. So we went to go look at property.
Okay. So you took Kevin to go meet up with your brother-in-law and sister-in-law? Sister and brother-in-law.
Yes.
And is your brother-in-law Paul Person?
Yes.
And during that trip when you were looking at property, was there discussion of you and Kevin purchasing that property with Paul and, what's your sister's name?
Sandra.
With Paul and Sandra.
So mainly it was for me to purchase it, and if me and Kevin were to be together, it was an option for him to also go to Goldendale with us. But originally, the whole plan was for me and my sister and my other sister to all buy property so we could live together.
Didn't Kevin talk with Paul about purchasing the property with him?
Right. I would be more than likely the signer because I could sell my own home eventually. This was going to be like 8 to 10 years down the road. So it wasn't immediate thought process of purchasing it right away. They could have purchased the land and we, or me, could buy it or a piece of it.
Didn't Kevin ask Paul to carry the note until his divorce was finalized on the property?
I don't know what he talked to with Paul about.
You weren't involved in that?
I wasn't in the text message, no.
So you're not aware of any plan with Kevin and Paul to purchase that property?
It was, I don't want to say it incorrectly, there was plans that if Kevin were to, he was going to retire in 8 to 10 years or even longer, that yes, he would move with us.
Okay. Was he going to move there with Marcy?
No.
So what was the plan with Kevin and his relationship?
I don't know. I don't know.
There was no discussion of what he was going to do in his relationship?
Well, eventually he was going to leave Marcy at some point. I don't know when that would have been exactly.
So you and Kevin had discussions about him leaving Marcy?
Yeah.
How often?
Not very often. He was wanting to make sure that Marcy was available to see Megan get married. And that was in July. And she was pretty excited about that.
Did he ever discuss divorcing Marcy with you?
We had discussions, but not exact dates or anything like that.
Prior to Marcy's death, did he ever bring up wanting to marry you?
Prior, maybe in a, I would say yes. Yeah.
How often?
That rare.
Did he ever discuss any other future plans with you besides purchasing property in marriage?
Not that I can recall, but if you have something, I can answer to it.
Do you recall nothing else about future plans?
No, and I am a little nervous, so not that I can think of it.
Did he ever bring up wanting to marry you?
Prior, maybe in a, I would say yes.
How often?
That rare.
Did he ever discuss any other future plans with you besides purchasing property in marriage?
Not that I can recall, but if you have something, I can answer to it.
Do you recall nothing else about future plans?
No, and I am a little nervous, so not that I can think of right now.
Did he introduce you to any members of his family prior to Marcy's death?
Yes.
Who?
His mom and sister.
And is his mom's name Lorna?
Lori.
Lori. Okay. And where does she live?
In Eugene.
Did she come to you or did you go to Eugene?
We went to Eugene.
Okay.
I think it was on the way to Nevada. I remember correctly.
Okay.
Sorry.
Was that the only time you met his mother prior to Marcy's death?
No, I met her one other time for Kevin's birthday.
Was his birthday after or before Marcy's death?
After.
Okay. So when you went, did you go with Kevin to visit her in Eugene?
Yes.
Were you just there for the day or did you stay the night?
Stay the night.
And was any other members of his family there?
His stepfather.
And did he introduce you to them as his girlfriend?
No, just as Cynthia.
Was it apparent that the two of you were in a romantic relationship?
I don't know about romantic relationship. We didn't show romance. So I don't know how to answer that. A romantic relationship.
Did they think you were just a random person coming with Kevin to the house?
Objection, no foundation. Sustained.
So you don't think they had any idea who you were?
If Kevin talked to them about me, maybe, yeah. I don't think I was just a person off the street.
And did you meet any other members of his family?
At the birthday party, there was his dad and nieces.
When was the birthday party?
It was after his birthday because there was some weather. I want to say the 20th or 23rd of January.
The January that Marcy died?
Yes.
So 2024.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Okay. And what day is Kevin's birthday?
January 18th.
And where was his birthday party?
At his home.
Is that the home where Marcy died?
Yes.
And so you came to his birthday party there the 20th or the 23rd?
Somewhere around there, yes.
And who was present at that party?
I don't know exactly everyone, but what I remember is his nieces and his family, his mom, his dad, Megan, Ted, Caden. I don't remember anymore, or I can tell you if you have names if I have them.
You mentioned Megan and Ted. Are those Kevin's children?
Yes.
And was that the first time that you met them?
I met Ted when he was a baby, but later. That was the first time I met them.
Did you ever meet Marcy?
When
was that?
It was when I was a volunteer.
What were the circumstances?
They were going to marriage counseling, and I watched Ted.
So Kevin had you watch Ted while he and Marcy went to marriage counseling?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that before or after you're there? Or during?
That I don't remember.
Do you remember telling me it was after you were there?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, so probably I was going to say assume it was after the affair, but I don't remember.
How were you introduced to Megan and Ted at the birthday party?
As Amy's friend.
Who's Amy?
His sister.
Were you eventually introduced as Kevin's girlfriend?
Yes.
When was that?
I don't know the exact date.
Was it within a
couple
week?
Months later, maybe?
A couple of months?
I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know because I don't know. If you have a date, I can try to remember for you.
Did you ever? When did you start texting with Megan?
I'm not sure. She was in college still.
Was it around the time of the birthday party?
Objectives.
Was it at the birthday party? I'm sorry.
Was it around the time of the birthday party?
I don't know. I would think it would be after. I didn't have her number at the birthday party.
The night prior to Marcy's death, were you texting with Kevin?
I'm sorry.
The night prior to Marcy's death, were you texting with Kevin?
I did answer that, and I said I wasn't sure only because we would say goodnight. But I can't say 1,000% if I text him or he texts me that night.
At that point in time, were you speaking every day?
Yes, that's why I said I assumed it was every night.
How often? Okay. How often would you generally speak during the day at that point in time?
Sometimes he was at work and he couldn't, or I was at work and I couldn't. So it varied very much on how much we spoke. Some days it was a long, a lot. Some days it wasn't.
Do you remember the last time you spoke with Kevin that night?
No, I don't.
Do you recall whether you were speaking with Kevin at any point prior or between midnight and 4:30 a.m.?
No.
When did you first hear from Kevin after Marcy's death?
I texted him and said, "Good morning, how's everything?" Just kind of a normal good morning. And I didn't hear from him. So it was probably 9 o'clock in the morning when I heard something from him, and he said that she had passed and he was going to Seattle to get Megan.
And when was the first time that you went to that residence after Marcy's death?
Kevin's birthday.
The birthday party? Yeah. You were at Kevin's home on January 23rd when the police arrived, were you not?
Yes, I was.
You were with him in the garage?
I was.
And you stayed in the garage the whole time that he spoke with police, did you not?
Yes, when the police officers left, Kevin was taking their card and I walked in by the bathroom into the kitchen. But that's as far, we stayed mainly in the garage.
Oh, so you're saying you came out of the garage while the police officers were still there?
No, ma'am. When they left,
okay,
Kevin had opened the door and said, "I'm going to put this away."
Why wouldn't you come out of the garage?
The garage was kind of a safe place. It was more Kevin's area, and we heard a knock at the door, but since we were in the garage, we didn't know it was an actual knock at the door. And then it was a big bang, and Kevin said, "Oh, I'll go check that." And I just stayed in the garage. It is set up with chairs, and it's not like a typical garage.
So he never told you that it was the police there?
He never came out. Nobody came to the garage.
He didn't have a conversation with you before leaving the garage saying it's the police and I'm gonna
We had
probably
no,
tell you?
we thought it was Chuck, the neighbor, actually. He's like, "It's probably Chuck," and answered the door. I had no idea the police were there.
And during the birthday party, what part of the house were you in?
Mainly the garage. It was just like everyone was in the garage. That was the place of gathering.
Did you ever come into the main house?
I did.
Do you remember telling me in a private interview or a prior interview that you never went into the main house, that you were only ever in the garage?
No, because I would have walked in the house even if I had to use the restroom. But I think maybe I was understanding your questioning to be that, did I hang out in the main area? I had to come through the front door, so I had to be in the house. So you're questioning, maybe I was thinking that you were saying that did we hang out continually? But no, it was in the garage mainly.
And you indicated that you're currently engaged to Kevin.
Yes.
When did Kevin propose?
September 1st.
Of what year?
2024.
And you indicated that you're currently living with Kevin and Ted.
Yes.
Who primarily supports the finances of the household?
We all do. I have a full-time job, and Kevin has retirement.
Is that his pension?
His retirement.
Is that his pension?
Ma'am, I don't know. He retired, so if it's his pension, if it goes along with retirement.
Do you recall previously telling me that he was the primary earner in the household?
No, I remember telling you that we both are, and that I am the signer on the house with Ted so he could get credit on his credit, because I have enough credit to rent the home that I'm in. He does help, but I'm the primary signer. So
you and Ted are on the lease together?
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing else, Ron.
Examination. Good morning, everyone. You said you've been engaged since September 2024, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just about a little over a year, right?
Yeah, that was because my mom was unhealthy and he wanted to live there.
It's fair to say that at some point you two are hoping for a life together. Isn't that accurate?
Yes.
And Megan's marriage, you said, was scheduled to be in July. That would have been July of 2023. Is that right?
23, 24. Sorry.
It would have been the July after Marcy passed.
Yes. Sorry.
And you might not have had specific conversations, but there was a general understanding that at least someday in the future, Kevin would get divorced.
Yes.
On the 23rd, when you remained in the garage and the police came, you say you weren't aware it was the police, right?
I was not aware.
And you thought it was the neighbor Chuck.
I did.
Did you not want to meet the neighbor Chuck?
If Kevin wanted to, I would have. I wasn't hiding in the garage. Made that clear.
Okay. And the reason you didn't go in the house is because you just weren't comfortable being in the house. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Direct.
Yeah.
Can the witness be excused?
Yes.
I will reserve on this witness.
Okay, so you're free to go at this time, but you're subject to recall, so you can't remain in the courtroom. You need to keep the parties advised of how to reach you in case you need to come back for additional testimony and have to discuss your testimony. Mike, can you take 5 minutes?
Detective Arvizo, I'm handing you what's been pre-marked as States Exhibit 44 and 45. Don't divulge the contents, but do you recognize those photographs?
I do.
And how do you recognize them?
That's Kevin West's garage, the interior part of the garage.
And in those photographs, can you see the area in which you were able to locate those Christmas cars that you previously mentioned?
Yes.
And are those photographs fair and accurate of how the garage was depicted on January 31st, 2024?
Yes.
Do they appear to be altered in any way? Your Honor, state moves to admit 44 and 45.
No objection. 44 and 45 are admitted.
And permission to publish, Your Honor.
Granted.
Now, Detective Arvizo, what are we looking at here?
This is the bar area that kind of was inside of the garage. And then like an ATV, you can see the front of the ATV type vehicle they had parked in the garage at the time.
Exhibit number
44, Your Honor, apologies. And so, Detective Arvizo, just to orient ourselves, the garage door being kind of at the base of the photograph, or like behind this photograph.
Yes.
And where do you see the chest that you located in this photograph?
It's kind of difficult to see in this picture, but it's kind of in front of the ATV there on the along the wall there. Kind of it's barely sticking out there.
And so is it this chest right here?
Correct.
And 45, please. And Detective Arvizo, can you see the chest in this photograph as well?
Yes.
And is it this located right here to the left?
Correct.
Detective Arvizo, would you have been wearing your body-worn camera when you conducted the search of the West residence on January 31st, 2024?
Yes.
And had you been trained on how to use that body-worn camera prior to January 31st, 2024?
Yes.
Did the body-worn camera appear to be functioning properly?
Yes.
Did the body-worn camera, was it muted while you were conducting the search?
Yes.
And have you reviewed your body-worn camera footage prior to testifying today in court from January 31st, 2024?
Yes.
Would you recognize a clip or portion of your body-worn camera if I were to show it to you today in court?
I would.
If any person in the courtroom is too important to have their phone silent, you'll need to leave the courtroom.
Showing opposing counsel with marked as 96. Approach charging the witness with been pre-marked for identification purposes as 96. Detective Arvizo, did you review the contents of that USB prior to testifying before today?
I did.
And is what is contained on the USB a fair and accurate depiction of your body worn camera, the segment in which you locate the prison starts?
It is.
Your Honor, move to admit states 96. I believe it is.
Any objection? No objection. 96 is admitted.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Granted.
Detective Arvizo, is this an accurate time? Is the time and dates in the top right-hand corner accurate as to when the search would have been conducted?
Correct.
Detective Arvizo, after you located those Christmas cards, what did you do next?
I showed them the Detective Tellison, and ultimately they were provided to Detective Henschel.
So those cards were seized as part of your investigation. Without divulging the contents of the cards, who did the cards appear to be written from?
Kevin.
And how were you able to determine that?
They're signed with Kevin's name on them.
Who were the cards addressed to?
Cynthia.
Now, you'll either need to silence the device or remove it from the courtroom. If it goes off again, I'll have no choice but to confiscate it.
During closing counsel, what can be marked for identification purposes as illegal? Same. Now, Detective Arvizo, is that Clark County Sheriff's Office evidence sealing tape that you see at the top?
It is.
And why is that used?
It's common standard practice to seal evidence in manila envelopes. Keep it in there, especially documents.
And now, with regards to the label that's on that envelope, what are the contents that are contained within that envelope?
Check out what was the
84, I believe, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The description is Christmas cards on the evidence label.
And now, would you please open the seal? And Detective Arvizo, are those the same Christmas cards that you located in that chest in Mr. West's garage on January 31st, 2024?
They are, yes.
Do they appear to be in the same condition as when you located them?
Yes.
And if you would please place that back in the bag so I can show as counsel. Actually, ask you, statements to admit exhibit 84 to Christmas cards.
Oh, 84 is a
Detective Arvizo, would you please read one of those letters for us?
Sure. I'll start with the Merry Christmas card. It states, Cynthia, this Christmas we had to be apart. Although apart, the day was spent with only thoughts of you. The holiday spirit was alive because of the love we share. I'm always feeling the warmth of your love and the laughter we share. You're my Christmas gift I will never forget. Every year forward, we will create new traditions, share holiday memories, and feel the Christmas spirit because of the traditions we create. Our family will grow as one together, looking forward to sharing the holidays with us. From the Christmas tree, the food we prepare, the home we make, to the decorations we display, our love will be present everywhere. Next year, 2024, will be our year. We will be together celebrating every day with love and understanding of what it means for you and I to be together. Our story will ring in the new year, loud for all to hear. I love you, Cynthia. Love forever and always, Kevin. Then the printed part of the card is everything about this Christmas wish comes from the heart, the warmth, the gratitude, the love, because it's for you, and written below, ho, ho, ho.
Thank you. And would you please read the other card?
The card's a red joy Christmas card. Cynthia, joy is what you have given me. Our story is pure joy. You have made me the happiest man in the universe. I love everything about you. There have been so many special memories we have shared in such a short period of time. Just imagine what memories we will create having each other every day. You and I were seamlessly created for each other. I want you more and more every day. I love you more and more every day. You and I began with one look, followed by a dance. That single dance was so special and represents how we will dance through life together, step for step and hand in hand. Cynthia, thank you for loving me. I will never take you, our story, or our love for granted. Love forever and always, Kevin. And written again is ho, 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 and printed on the card is, hope this adds a special sparkle to your holidays. And below that, it's handwritten, Merry Christmas, Cynthia. I love you with all my heart and soul. Yours for eternity, Kevin.
Okay, let me get, give me 1 second here.
Members of the jury.
Because that's going into the closing arguments. So, but before we listen to the closing arguments, do y'all want to listen to the children or do we want to go straight into the text messages? Hey, Dan Ben, no, they are currently deliberating right now in Washington. I believe it may be 12:30. Yeah, her headache was her cheating husband. Boy, oh boy, because he was terrible. Let's see here. Let me get, I am going to, I think, y'all want to look at the children's testimony or do y'all want to look at testimony or do we want to go to the text messages? I know we want to do the text messages. Let's see here. I like that, Michelle. I always play devil's advocate. Oh, I hope you come over here for a lot of our trials because I like people playing devil's advocate with me. They be beating up on me. Michelle, I need you over here. Because I be thinking outside the box just like you are. I be like, the defendant didn't do this, the defendant didn't do that. They be beating up on me over here. I need help. They be beating up on me. They make me concede all the time. Oh man. Yeah, now see that's the thing. That's what everybody that's the big thing and the big question about all of this is did the state prove it? And that'd be my whole thing in all our trials that we have going on. Did the state prove it? Now he may have done it. He may be guilty of sin, but did they prove it? And that's in all the cases that we going in. Like they gotta prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't know if they did that in this case, man. Because it's certain things like I'm like he could have just said. Yeah, we're not. So let's do. We can watch as much testimony as y'all want to watch, and while we wait on the verdict. Let me get
And who do
let's listen to the kids, and then we'll go into the parents, and we'll go back into the text messages and worst case scenario. I mean, I'm not sure how long we'll be here, but and then we can get into the closing arguments. So let's look at this, because I tell you, these kids, man, boy, they seem so rehearsed. I'm telling you, these creepy massages. I don't know.
Where do you currently live?
I live in the center of Washington.
How long have you lived there?
Maybe a few weeks,
Yeah.
not long.
And before that, where were you?
Vancouver, Washington.
Was there a time when you were living in Seattle?
Yes, there was.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Can you describe that?
I was living in Seattle while I was attending the University of Washington.
Yeah. You've talked to your brother Ted already. I understand it's your brother, correct?
Yes.
And your mother was.
Yes.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Washougal, Washington.
Did you go through the whole school system here?
What was that?
Did you go through the whole school system here?
Yes, through high school.
And then after high school, what did you do?
I went to University of Washington for one academic year.
Now, in Washougal, the last house you lived with your family, where is that?
Do you want the address?
If you know it.
2573 34th Street.
And do you recall roughly when you moved in?
It was right before my freshman year of high school.
Now, growing up with your family, your parents, were you able to kind of get an idea what kind of relationship they had for the most part?
Yes.
What was it like?
It was a loving, caring relationship. They cared about each other very much. Yes, they had disagreements like all couples do, but overall it was very loving.
So as far as the disagreements, did you see fights?
Like physical?
Well,
Like,
any kind of fight.
they would occasionally raise their voices at each other. My mom would sometimes get angry and, throw something, but that was really it.
Was there ever any physical fights between you?
No.
Now, were you kind of aware of your mother's habits as far as exercise and so on goes?
Yes.
What was it?
She mostly just did walking occasionally.
Anything else?
No,
How was her eating habits?
they weren't great.
Are you kind of focused on eating habits yourself?
Yes.
All right. And so how would you characterize her way of eating, her style of eating?
She didn't always choose the healthiest food options. She drank soda a lot instead of water. A lot of processed foods. She occasionally did try keto diet, but it never really stuck.
Okay. Did she ever complain about any physical pain or ailments?
Yes, headaches.
Like how often?
They would pretty much be every day, every other day.
Let's talk about just about a year or so before she passed.
Okay.
Were you living at home during that year?
The year before she passed, majority I was in Seattle most of the time, but I would come home frequently.
Okay. On the weekends or holidays or something like that?
Holidays, weekends, I had a very open, academic schedule, so I was able to take the train probably every other week.
Okay. Well, let's talk about before that. Let's say the year before you moved. This would have been probably your senior year in high school?
Yes.
And did she have that kind of an ailment at that time?
Ailment like the headache?
Yes.
Yes, she did.
And what would she do for those headaches?
She would take large amounts of ibuprofen.
Did she carry them with her?
Yeah, she had a Costco-sized bottle of ibuprofen with her at all times in her purse.
This, in your recollection, you say this was frequent. How frequent?
The headaches?
Yeah.
Every day. Like she complained almost every day of
Okay,
headaches.
okay. And so let's talk about the last year, before she passed. You say you were living up in Seattle, is that right?
Yes,
Living in one of the dorms?
yes. Older hall.
You were in an older home. And so you went up there probably at the end of August or something like that?
Yes, that's around that time.
Okay, this would have been 2023, am I right?
Yes, 23.
Yeah, but before that, you lived at home.
Yes.
Did she ever complain about any other physical ailment that you can recall that she would say, I'm experiencing this right now?
Muscle aches, particularly in her neck and her feet.
But all the headaches you're talking about, when you would come back starting in the fall, you went up there in late August. And then how often did you come back that first semester? Because she passed it in your first semester, didn't she?
It was the beginning of second.
Beginning of second.
Yes.
So we were just talking about that one semester. How often did you come back?
I would come back probably twice, maybe 3 times a month.
More at the beginning than the end?
Yes.
Okay. Homesick.
Yes.
And so, so when you came back on those weekends, did you see her at the house?
Yes.
And was she having these same kind of problems?
Yes, she was.
To your knowledge, did she go to the doctor about this?
No.
Were you close to your mother?
Yes, I was.
Close to your dad too?
Yes.
And so, when they would have these fights, was it ever over finances?
Yes.
Just a little bit, or was that kind of a big subject?
It wasn't the only subject, but it was one that I noticed appeared more often than not.
What would be another subject?
Work sometimes. Like my mom wanted to travel a lot. We didn't always have that opportunity.
Do the fights ever about you?
Yes.
And then, how would that start? Fight between you and your dad, or
No, it'd be between my mom and I.
did your dad get involved?
Yes.
So you come home on the weekends. When was the last time you came home before she passed?
It was winter break. We had just celebrated Christmas and New Year's, and she drove me back to my dorm right after New Year's.
Do you remember where you went for Christmas?
Probably.
Or if you went anywhere?
I don't remember that year if we went everywhere, but I think we went to Eugene sometime in that. Yes, we did go to Eugene. This is family.
When you got back for winter break, what, probably the second week of December, something like that?
I went back. Are you saying like when I left school or when I went back?
When you left school and came home.
Oh yes, it was right before Christmas. Probably a day or two before, probably.
And how were your mom and dad getting along at that time?
As far as I was concerned, they were getting along fine.
Was their relationship always good or always bad?
No, it was a good relationship. They had disagreements, but nothing stood out to me.
When you came back during that period, just before Christmas until the time you left, whatever that was, were they getting along okay during that time?
Yes.
Was it better than usual?
It was about the same as usual, I'd say.
And so, what day did you go back to school?
It was shortly after New Year's, probably the 2nd or 3rd of January, 2024.
And how did you get back to school?
My mom drove me.
How was that?
It was good. Partway through the drive, she experienced a severe headache. Asked me to pass her the ibuprofen bottle. We had to pull over multiple times. I almost had to take over driving.
Okay. Do you normally listen to music on the way in?
Yes,
Were you able to do that this time?
a little bit, but she had me turn it off after the headache started.
And about how far into the drive did she have to stop and pull over? Do you know?
It's probably about halfway the first stop, and then we'd stop frequently after that just so she could get fresh air.
And then she took you to school, which you just dropped off to her and come home?
No, she helped me back in my dorm with my bags, my suitcase, and then after she had left, I walked her out. I gave her a hug. I walked back in. I realized something came over me that I needed to give her another hug. So I ran out back to her and I gave her another one.
Okay. So then you go back to school,
Yes.
and from that time until the day your mother passed, did you have any contact?
Yes, I did.
Like how?
She often proofread my assignments. I would, write them, send her pictures, and she'd let me know if anything needed changes, like grammatically, or, oh, this might sound better, try this.
Was that something she often did?
Yes.
Very involved in your school?
Yes.
You did pretty well in school, I take it?
Yes.
Just going back to her diet a little bit, you say she didn't eat healthy stuff, like processed food.
Yes.
Did she eat snacks and stuff like that?
Yes, she did.
Like what kind of stuff?
She would have chips, a lot of chips. I remember that.
And Diet Coke?
Yes. Pepsi.
Yes. And so, now, growing up with your mother, you'd see her first thing in the morning sometimes.
Yes.
You'd see her during the day, sometimes at night just before bed.
Yes.
How did she normally dress? Let's say like in that last year, how did she dress?
If she wasn't going anywhere that day, she would dress pretty comfortable, usually a pair of leggings and t-shirt or hoodie.
If it was a little colder, did she kind of layer up
Yes.
even in the house?
Yes.
Do you have any recollection of her having wearing a bra?
Yes.
What do you call that?
She always wore a bra.
Do you know why she did it?
It was just her personal preference. She never gave me a specific reason, but
Okay. But did you feel like you had to wear a bra all the time because you didn't?
No.
Why did you feel like that?
Protection relevance.
Mistake.
do I answer the question?
No.
No? Okay.
But, when you would see her first thing in the morning, like, were there times where you'd get first and you'd see her come downstairs?
I'm sorry, finish the question, then I'll decide.
Were there
No
times-
answer until I hear the question.
Were there times when you would get first and she'd get up after
Yes.
you? And so, where would you be typically when that happened?
I'd probably be downstairs eating breakfast or in my room getting ready for the day.
Would you be aware of whether or not she was wearing a bra at that time?
She always wore a bra.
How about late at night? It's bedtime. She's going to go to bed. What about that?
Yes, she wore one.
Do you ever remember a time when she wasn't?
Objection, can't ask an answer to the bra.
Do you ever remember a time when she wasn't wearing a bra?
No.
That last week that you came back, or the last couple of weeks that you came back, let's go to the after Christmas time. You were just there for a few days, is that right?
Yes.
Were they getting along pretty well with your life?
Yes.
How did your mother seem, other than the headaches, how did she seem like spiritually?
She seemed happy. We were just in family for Christmas. Everyone was in a good mood.
Now, we all have our style of dressing, especially when we're at home and we're in our element where other people don't see us. Would you describe her as a careful dresser?
Can you elaborate?
Well, Was she always really careful to make sure everything was just right, everything was put on just the right way?
No, if she wasn't leaving the house, she didn't really pay attention to
Why
what
do
she
you say that? When you say she didn't pay attention, what do you mean?
Her clothes were often backwards or inside out. You know, ever since I was a kid, that was something I always remembered about her.
Is that kind of a family joke?
No, a little bit, but like as a kid, I'm like, oh, mommy's being silly. Her shirt's on backwards. Like, but if she were to go out, she would be more careful.
Did that continue all the time?
Yes.
Now, as far as I guess the chores around the house, who did most of the cooking?
That's my dad.
I'll sustain it.
Who did most of the cleaning?
Objection relevance.
They brought this up.
I want to real quick.
Who did most of the cleaning?
My dad.
Did your dad do a lot of cleaning?
Yes.
Was he a pretty tidy guy?
Yes.
Objection asked and answered.
I'm going a little bit like the answers to that.
So you go up to school, and did you maintain contact with your mom, you said, right?
Yes.
And are you talking on the phone too?
Yes.
And how did she seem?
She seemed happy. Like the last time I talked with her on the phone, she was laughing, joking with Ted, making fun of me a little bit, but she was happy.
What day was that?
It was the night before she passed.
So this would have been on January 7th.
Yes.
So this would have been a Sunday night.
Yes.
I don't expect you to remember exactly when it was. You have an idea, ballpark what time of day it was?
It was nighttime. It was before I went to bed.
So you go to school. How did you find out about your mother?
I was at the Starbucks at Cicero Library. I got a call from Dad asking where I was. I told him where I was. He told me to come to the dorm right away and that he and Ted were there. I walked back to my dorm. He walked me upstairs, sat me down, and told me that my mother had passed.
How was your dad emotionally when you saw him?
I could tell he was very shaken when I first saw him. When he told me that it was just him and Ted there, I instantly knew something had happened to Mom. I wasn't sure what, but his eyes were red. He was shaking, very distraught.
And I imagine you were not too happy either, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened after that?
We were in my dorm for a little bit. We were crying. After we had calmed down for a bit, he told me that they were taking me home and they would help me pack some bags to take me home.
And so this would have been a Monday morning, right?
I believe so.
Did you have school that day?
No, I did not. I didn't have classes Mondays or Fridays during that quarter semester.
So you went home, and who was with you on the ride back? Just you and your dad?
No, it was Dad, Ted, and I believe his name is Scott Slocum,
Okay.
who drove. Dad was in no shape to drive, so Scott drove us.
And on the drive back, how was your father emotional?
He was very upset.
Was this one level of upset, or was it kind of up and down, or what was it?
He was constantly upset. I was, asking questions. He often needed time to collect himself before he could give me, an answer. Very, very upset. We were all upset.
And what was the seating arrangement?
Objection relevance.
What was the seating arrangement?
I can't remember.
You know if you're sitting next to your dad?
I don't remember.
So, do you have any idea what time you had consultation?
It was probably middle of the day.
Were there other people there?
Yes.
And so, were they, a lot of these firefighter friends, right?
Yes.
Were there a lot of firefighters?
I can't remember if there were any firefighters, but I know my grandma Lori and my grandpa Bill were there by the time we had arrived to my house.
Okay. So you did you get a chance to see your mother before they did?
No.
Now, I'm kind of jumping back just a little bit before you left for college. Are you aware of any kind of cleaning that took place in their bedroom, your mom and dad's bedroom?
Relevance.
Okay, I'll allow that question.
Like before I left for college, like after winter break or
At any time, any kind of,
anytime. I know they were getting carpets cleaned upstairs.
was that while you were still there?
I can't remember. I know they were prepping for it, and then after mom had passed, things still weren't set to where they were, so dad had to rearrange. Yeah, like the furniture upstairs.
All right. So you come home, there's some family shows up, firefighters are there. When the firefighters all kind of cleared out, what time was that?
I don't remember.
Who was left after that?
I don't remember. I know dad, Ted, and I, but I don't remember anyone like specifically.
Do you remember your grandmother showing up that day?
Yes.
And then, do you remember anybody coming over in the evening? Just dropping by?
I know some of my friends from high school dropped by. I can't remember specifically by name, but I know some friends did show up.
And you said your father was crying. Did he continue that all day or did that change?
It continued all day.
Were there times when he would pause and not cry a little bit?
Yes.
Now, with regard to your mother's personal items, do you know what happened to those?
Yes, I do.
What's that?
Dad took Ted and I upstairs. He's like, you guys feel free to take whatever you want, whatever you need. And with your blessing, I'd like to donate whatever is left over. So Ted and I carefully went through everything, picked out some things that we wanted. There are a few, random items that neither of us had use for or wanted. So whatever was left over was donated.
Okay. And the things that were donated, I mean, you said they were just things you didn't want, right?
Yeah, like plain t-shirts or camis, not socks, but like maybe some shoes that, didn't fit any of us, so.
Did you have anything to do with moving furniture out of the house? Are you aware of anything happening to the bedroom furniture in your mom and dad's room?
Yes.
What would you know about that?
So after the carpet was cleaned, I remember most of the furniture was stuffed in their closet.
Mhm.
So we had to help bring it out. And
What about now, the furniture, do you understand that the furniture is still there or do you believe the furniture is no longer there?
to my knowledge, like at this moment, it's no longer there
Do you know why?
because they moved out.
Okay. But you don't know what happened to furniture?
No.
Do you remember getting rid of the mattress?
Yes, I vaguely remembered
Do
that.
you recall that?
I just know that the mattress was stained, probably with cat urine or vomit. And it was very dirty, and it was, it's a burden to clean. It's easier just to get a new one.
And yeah, did you have a dog?
Yes,
What's that?
Sadie.
And where did Sadie sleep?
She either slept in the bed with my parents, or if it got too hot, she went to the bathroom tiles.
And did she sleep on your parents' bed all the time?
Yes.
But did you ever have to get up in the middle of the night with regard to Sadie?
Yes. If neither of my parents were waking up, she'd come to my room and sit right beside my bed and whimper till I woke up to let her out.
Okay. And so, I mean, you're young, got great hearing. You could hear it pretty easily.
Yes.
Were there times, but you're saying that there would be times when she'd whimper in their room, they would wake up, or do you know?
I don't know. I just suspected that she tried to wake him up and it didn't work.
Did you play the family card game?
But
Was there a card game your family liked?
Yes,
What was it called?
Spite and Malice.
Was that a game your family played a lot?
Yes,
Did you ever see Ted give your mother a massage?
yes,
Did you ever give your mother a massage?
yes.
So how did that come about? I mean, would one of you just want to give her a massage, or how would it come about?
She'd be like, we would be settling in for the night, watching a movie. She'd be like, "Oh, Ted, like shoulders are sore," like prompting him, and he'd get up, massage her shoulders. She goes, "Oh, my feet are just aching," and so then I would go to her feet.
Okay, so 10 shoulders, maybe.
Yep.
Okay. And have you ever received a massage from Ted?
Yes,
And how is that?
Good.
How does he?
he does a really good job.
Is it painful?
No,
Okay. Could it be painful?
yes,
Would his massages sometimes be a little too much for you?
yes.
And how would you communicate that to him, if at all?
I would like tell him to either stop completely, like lighten up, or I just get up, and walk away.
Okay. When your mother would get a massage by Ted, did she make complaints like that?
Yes.
Okay. Or what would she tell him with regard to how it felt?
Objection, hearsay.
What would she say with regard to how it felt, what he was doing? What would she say?
She would tell him to lighten up or to move to a different area.
And did were you aware of your mother having breast augmentation?
Not till after she passed.
So your whole life you didn't know about that?
Objection, relevance.
Like the answer stand.
You talked about your dad being pretty tight. How about your mom? Was she tight?
Not always, no.
Why do you say that?
She would get, in these we would call them cleaning fits, where she'd just be like, the house is too cluttered, we need to clean it. And then she'd do all the cleaning in one day. But on a day-to-day basis, she would be pretty messy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who Cynthia Ward is?
Yes,
And who is she?
she's my dad's fiance.
Did you, when did you find out about her?
I found out about her after a gathering we had at the house.
Okay. But do you remember when the gathering was?
It was about a week or two after Mom passed.
Okay. Was it any special occasion that you can recall?
Partially, it was for my dad's birthday, but it wasn't, just for my dad's birthday. It was, all the family was there. We were all mourning. We were just, supporting each other.
And is that where you met Cynthia?
Yes.
Who did you think she was when you first got there? How was she introduced?
My dad pulled me aside, pulled me into the garage about, I think it was either the same day or the day before everyone started showing up. It was like, hey, your Auntie Amy has a friend named Cynthia, and she's coming to the party. Is that okay?
Okay. So she was kind of like the one outsider to this family gathering.
Yes.
And were you okay with that?
Yes.
All right. So she comes to the party. You're introduced. Amy's your aunt's friend, right?
Yes.
And did you, throughout this gathering, did you change your impression whether she was just a friend of Amy's or not?
I had my suspicions as soon as Dad asked me. But throughout the party, I knew more and more that there was something, they weren't telling me.
And then at some point, did you talk to your dad about that?
He actually talked to me about it.
What was
it was when he was driving me back to school. You know, I'd taken 2 weeks off, and I needed to go back when he drove me back.
Did you go back before or after that storm?
It was after the ice storm.
Like a lot or just a little bit?
It's just a little bit to my memory.
So maybe just a few days after the gathering, he told you who she was?
Yes.
Okay. Did you say it's something that had just started, or how did he explain it?
The way it was prompted was he asked me my opinions of her and if that was something he should pursue. And, I was like, look, Mom just passed. If this is something you want to do, that is completely up to you. You're an adult. And I just told my opinions on that.
Did he indicate whether it's something that just started or had been going on? Do you have any idea?
Not at that moment, no.
Did he ever clarify that?
Yes.
What is your understanding now?
A few months later, we were at the trailer he was living in. I can't remember which RV park he was at this time, but he pulled me outside and he was like, I had this talk with Ted a little bit ago, but I wanted to have it with you. He's like, I haven't been completely honest, but Cynthia and I have been seeing each other for a few months now.
Okay. So that means even before your mother passed?
Yes.
So how is your relationship with Cynthia?
That's good.
Okay, thank you.
Cross-examination,
I don't have any questions, Chairman.
can the witness speak to that?
Yes.
Don't discuss your testimony with other potential witnesses.
Thank you.
Ted William West, W-E-S-T.
Go ahead, counsel. Thank you. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning.
Okay, if I call you Ted?
Fine.
Ted, how do you know Mr. Master?
I sure do.
Okay, who is he?
He's my father.
Yeah, you, where did you grow up?
Washington, Washington.
So lifelong resident?
Yes.
And you go to school out there too?
Oh, yeah.
And so as far as where you live, where was the last house you lived in Washington?
Do you want address?
Just a street, a rough area, something.
White Street. I can't remember, sorry.
Was it the
34th Street.
third? Okay. And what do you currently do for me?
I work at Wilco.
Now, I'm just going to take you back in time a little bit. Did you spend a fair amount of time with your mother when you were home?
Very much so.
You're close to your mother?
Very much.
Close to your father?
Yes.
Would you say you're closer to your mother than your father?
We had different relationships, but I was closer to my mother.
And now, in the last few years that you lived there, not just maybe 2 or 3 years, how would you describe their relationship, your mother and your father?
Troubled, off and on, good, bad.
So, kind of ups and downs?
Ups and downs, yes.
Any fights?
Yes.
Like physical fights?
Never physical.
But arguments?
Yes.
And were there ever fights about finances?
Maybe on occasion.
And I mean, how significant was that? Was that a big deal? Was that a big something?
No.
Did they try to hide their fights from you guys?
They did their best, yes.
Now, it wasn't just you in the house, it was you, your mom, and dad, who else?
My sister as well.
Okay, how old is your sister compared to you?
She's 2 years younger.
And so, besides finances, what other kind of things would they fight about?
My sister.
Okay. And was that your sister doing bad things or what? Why were they fighting?
disagreements about parenting.
And now your dad, was he kind of a fitness guy for you growing up?
I'd say so.
Objection relevance.
I like the answer, Stan.
And I'm sorry, what was the answer?
Yes, he was.
How about your mother?
Growing up, yes.
Okay, how about in the later years?
Later years, not as much.
Were you aware of her exercise habits?
Yes, I was aware.
What kind of exercise did she get, if any?
A lot of walking.
Anything else?
No, not that I know of.
How about her eating habits? Were you able to observe those?
Yes.
And what kind of food did she eat?
I'd say sugary foods, keto, on and off.
And then when you say sugar foods, you mean like cookies, that kind of thing?
Snacky foods. I couldn't tell you for sure.
Was that, when you describe her primary diet, would that be it, or what was her primary?
I mean, she was eating steak.
All right, we're breaking in for some breaking news out of Washington State. The jury has reached their verdict in the murder trial for Kevin West. The former fire battalion chief took the stand last week, accused of strangling his wife Marcy to death to run off with his mistress. West now faces life in prison if convicted. As you can see, the jury deliberated for 2 hours and 16 minutes and 31 seconds. Now, due to a court order, we are unable to bring you that verdict live. But once we know the jury's decision, we're going to bring that to you right here on Court TV. So please stay tuned for that. It should happen in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. All right, stay tuned. We'll head back to Virginia when we return. Keep it here on Court TV.
An affair with the family's au pair lead to double murder.
It was it. I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her.
It's a case of sex, lies, and deadly deception.
The Au Pair Affair murder trial. Live coverage today on Court TV.
Tonight on Closing Arguments, Vinnie Politan back in studio as the au pair of.
What the fudge? Oh gosh. Okay, so yeah, so they can't bring the verdict to us live. So just so y'all know. So the verdict will be coming down for the firefighter trial. They cannot bring it to us live. We should be seeing that within the next 10, 15 minutes. I guess they're gonna play it afterwards. So I'll just keep on. The jury deliberated for 2 hours and 16 minutes. So those that were following the firefighter trial do have a verdict that has came back. They are not able to hear it live, but we will bring it to you as soon as they bring it to us. All right, guys. Okay, so as soon as they bring the verdict in, then I'll bring it to you guys. I don't know. Like, I thought they were going to let us see it, but at least we know they deliberated for 2 hours and 16 minutes. I'll take us back into the testimony that we were watching, and as soon as they bring it, I'll do it just like I did now and just break it in, and we will kind of go from there, okay? Yeah, y'all hold hands. Let me get that testimony back up. We were about to watch Creepy Massage Guy. Creepy Massage Man. Nervous. Yes, I'm nervous. I don't know. He should be nervous. I'm not nervous. He should be nervous. Tiny, you don't hear him talk about this monkey grip? Y'all don't hear no sound? Can y'all hear me? Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me. Y'all can't hear the courtroom? Okay, let me see why y'all can't hear Ted. Because I'm pretty sure I want to hear about this creepy massage. I know. There's no point in me playing if y'all can't hear him. Okay, just so y'all know, Court TV has not came back with the verdict to show us. It's just being, yeah. I know y'all want to hear about this old creepy ass massage. Talk about some damn monkey grips. I said, ew. I want to know how many men in this chat room giving massages out to their mama that are not professional masseuse. Okay, y'all put ones in the chat if y'all can hear him. Sorry about that. No? Okay. Okay. That's okay. I removed it. Let me add it back. Maybe I gotta remove and just add it back. Let me make sure Court TV don't have nothing first. Okay. Let me stop it and then I'll add.
I believe it was closer to 12, maybe 11:30.
And so kind of walk me through it. How would you start it? What parts would you touch? How did you touch them? Give us a general description of what you did.
Sounds good. Usually I would be starting at the shoulders. Sometimes I do side shoulder, sometimes back with the knuckles. And then I'd use elbow on the, I guess, valley between the neck and the shoulder. And then I'd go kind of high center neck too.
So valley between the neck and shoulder, what is that? Can you point it out on your own?
Totally. It was kind of at maybe the crest, or not the crest, but just the middle between where the shoulder and neck meets.
If you show us on your left side, so you're consistent.
Not problem. Kind of right here.
And you would just with thumbs, how would you press them?
Kind of like this, kind of a monkey grip. And then I'd use a lot of thumb strength. And then with the elbow, kind of like this, kind of right here, here, and on the back of the neck.
When you did this, how would your mother respond?
Depending on how hard I was pressing, she would let me know if I was pressing too hard.
Were there times you pressed too hard?
Yes.
Now let's talk about the 7th. That's Sunday. Were there times you pressed too hard that day?
Yes.
And when you touch the sides, and I'm not quite getting it exactly, but kind of where the neck meets the shoulder, somewhere in that area, how far forward did you go?
I would never go past the carotid.
You know where the carotid is.
I sure do.
Would you sometimes touch the carotid?
I'd touch it. Yeah.
And then when you're working on the side of the neck, you say you use your elbow just a little bit, or would you press hard? How do you do that?
I kind of judge it on her pain tolerance level. But over time, I kind of got used to the pressure.
Okay. And so you've given massages to lots of people for lots of years, it sounds like. How was your mother's pain tolerance for that kind of massage?
It was definitely not as high as my father's.
Okay. But was it higher than your sisters or your relatives?
Definitely higher than my sisters and relatives, yeah.
Okay. And is this something she liked you to do?
Yes.
And you say you did on the back of the neck as well. How high up did you go on that?
I'd say beneath the skull, but I don't know my anatomy very well, but it was higher. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay. And how would you touch that area?
I would never use elbow, but I'm trying to remember. Sorry. I think it was mostly thumb.
Did you ever use your knuckles in that area?
Yes.
And did she have the same high pain tolerance for that area?
I'd say pain tolerance was lower up closer to the neck than shoulders.
Okay. More of a sensitive area?
Totally.
Okay. Now, when your mother passed and you came home, did you go right back to the fire station after that?
No.
What did you do?
I believe I took 2 weeks off.
Did you stay home the whole time?
Yes.
Let's talk about the first day. You got home about 7:30 in the morning, you say, right? And then your dad was there, you talked to your dad. What's the first thing you did after seeing your mother? You came back downstairs. Did you guys go in there?
Not that day. I believe it was just me, my dad, and my sister. And I think we sat on the couch, watched TV.
Was your sister home when you got home?
She was not.
Where was she?
She was in Seattle in college.
Do you have any idea how she got from there to your house?
Yes, it was me, my dad, his old friend Scott, and we drove up in his truck to Seattle to pick her up.
What time did you leave to go get Megan?
I can't remember.
Do you remember where she lived?
In Seattle?
Yeah.
It was in one of the Washington Husky apartment deals.
One of those dorms named after a tree?
I believe so.
And so you go up there with your dad, and I'm sorry, who was the firefighter who drove in?
Scott Slocum.
Scott Slocum. And how was your dad behaving when you were there?
Oh, in tears. We were all talking and crying at the same time.
Where was your dad sitting?
I believe front passenger.
So you go up there to get Megan.
Yes.
And you got Megan, your dad broke the news to her up there?
Yes.
How did that go?
Not good. I remember Megan screaming out of just pure sadness.
And so coming back, what was the scene?
Scott was driving, Dad was front passenger, I was behind the driver, and I believe Megan was to my right.
Did your dad ever say anything to you about how he felt about the
Objection here, sir.
Sorry. The question was, don't answer until I have a.
Did your father ever say anything about how it made him feel about your mother passing while you were there? This is probably another issue.
Are you objecting to the question?
I'm objecting to the hearsay for this question, Your Honor.
I'm asking whether or not he said it. I'm not asking what he said.
I'm objecting to the leading man.
I'll overrule as to whether or not he said anything, to say what he said.
Yeah. Do you recall your father saying anything about how he felt about your mother passing while you were in the concrete?
According to, I'm sorry, can you clarify? Sorry.
I think it's a confusing question. I'm just gonna strike the question. You're doing great. That's
Apologies.
No. Okay, so you come back down, what time do you get back from Seattle, if you recall?
I can't recall. Late.
Before dinner?
No, I think it was later, mid-afternoon, I think.
And when you got back, who was there?
I don't think anybody. I think it was just the four of us, and then Scott left later on.
Did anybody else come over that day?
My memory's vague. I can't remember.
Do you remember your mother coming to the house that day?
My mother.
Your grandmother, I'm sorry.
I can't remember.
When you gave the massage, how would your mother be dressed?
Depended on the day, but most of the time it was black leggings, pink tank top, and that was kind of a leisure outfit.
Okay. And were you able to tell whether or not she was wearing a bra?
Yes.
Was she wearing a bra usually when you gave her a massage or ever?
I could feel the straps at the top.
Okay. How often would you give a massage?
Probably every day if I was home.
Okay. Well, I mean, did you feel the bra straps every time you gave her a massage?
To my memory, yes.
Did you Cynthia West, or I'm sorry, Cynthia Ward was?
Yes, I do.
Who is she?
She is with my dad right now.
It's your dad's girlfriend?
Yes.
When did you first meet her?
It was the day that my father was sent to jail. I met her at a Sherry's because I knew her from my dad's birthday party on the 18th.
So it's the first time you met her, at this gathering?
Yes.
Okay. And did you know who she was at that time?
I was introduced to her at that time.
Who was she introduced to you as?
It was a firefighter that used to work at his fire station.
Okay. Did you know that she was his girlfriend at the time?
At the time, no.
And so the next time you saw her was, you say, about a month and a half later when you picked up your father, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then after picking up your father, where did you go?
I just want to clarify, it wasn't when I picked him up, it was the day he went to the funeral. Or, sorry, when he went to prison.
Okay. You say he was jailed briefly, right?
Yes.
Okay. That day you picked him up, right? Or let's just, okay, sorry. That day, where did you go after that?
So I met Cynthia at a Sherry's before I went to Eugene.
Okay. Why did you go to Eugene?
I met with my grandparents just for comfort.
Oh, to go stay with them a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And you met with Cynthia at
a Sherry's.
Sherry's. And did you know who she was to your father at that time?
At that time, I just knew her as a friend.
Okay. Now, at some time your dad got charged with this offense, you know that, right?
Yes.
Before that, did you know that he had a girlfriend?
No.
Was it after that you found out?
It was after he got out of
jail. After that, how did you find out?
It was me, my grandma, and grandpa, but we picked him up off the side of the road after he was released.
Okay.
Went to Burgerville, and he told me there.
Okay. When you first heard about, you didn't hear it from him first, right? You didn't, about the claim that he had a girlfriend, he was not the first person you heard that from, is that right?
He was the first person.
Okay. So what did he, you don't have to know what he said, but, well, no, did he tell you that he had a girlfriend?
I guess I heard it from the possibility of it from other people, but he confirmed it.
So there's rumors going around.
Okay, let me stop creepy massage person. Okay, because I got the Court TV thing up. This is what I see when I'm looking on there. Y'all tell me if I'm looking at the wrong place.
The things that he's asking her if she looked at is basically telling the
That
jury,
could be.
you go back to that jury room, I want you to look at those things. I just want you to look at those things.
Today's testimony.
Closing arguments.
Okay, so here, maybe this is the verdict right here. Let's see if this is it.
Would you hand the documents then to the lady? All right, verdict in count 1A. We, the jury, find the above-named defendant guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. Verdict count 1B is blank as required. Verdict count 2A. We, the jury, find the above-named defendant guilty of the crime of murder in the second degree. Special verdict form were Kevin West and Marcel West, Intimate partners. Answer yes. All right, so I'm now going to poll you to make sure that these are your individual verdicts and that they were the verdicts of a unanimous jury. So I'm going to ask you those two questions. Were they your individual verdicts and were they the verdicts of the jury? If you would answer no to any of the counts, be sure to let me know. So juror number one, were these your individual verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number two, were these your individual verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number three, were these your verdict? Yes. And were they the verdicts of the jury? Juror number four, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number five, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number six, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number seven, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number eight, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number nine, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number 10, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number 11, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
And juror number 12, were these your verdict?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Jury's been polled and found to be unanimous, and the verdict forms are signed and dated in proper form, so they'll be filed with the clerk. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your assistance in this case. We could not have a functioning jury system if citizens such as yourself weren't willing to take time out of your schedule to make these very important decisions for us. We know it's sometimes an inconvenience, and we do appreciate it. You're now released from the obligation that you not discuss the case. You're free to discuss it with whoever you like. In a couple of minutes, I'll be off the bench and stop by the jury room to see if any of you have questions or wish to make comments, and sometimes the attorneys do that as well. The flip side of that is that you are not required to discuss this case with anyone, and if I come to the jury room and find that not one of you wanted to spend one additional second there, I won't be offended in the least. In either event, you're discharged. Thank you again for your service. Individual verdicts and that they were the verdicts of the juror number one. I see you have some documents in your hand. Are you the presiding juror? Yep. The jury reached the verdict? Yep. Would you hand the documents then to the committee? All right, verdict in count 1A. We, the jury, find the above named defendant guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. Verdict count 1B is blank as required. Verdict count 2A. We, the jury, find the above named defendant guilty of the crime of murder in the second degree. Special verdict form were Kevin West and Marcel West, Innovate Partners. Answer yes. All right, so I'm now going to poll you to make sure that these are your individual verdicts and that they were the verdicts of a unanimous jury. So I'm going to ask you those two questions. Were they your individual verdicts and were they the verdicts of the jury? If you would answer no to any of the counts, be sure to let me know. So juror number one, were these your individual verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number two, were these your individual verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number three, were these your verdicts? And were they the verdicts of the jury? Juror number four, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number five, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number six, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number seven, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number eight, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number nine, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number 10, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number 11, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
And juror number 12, were these your verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Jury's been polled and found to be unanimous, and the verdict forms are signed and dated in proper form, so they'll be filed with the clerk. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your assistance in this case. We could not have a functioning jury system if citizens such as yourself weren't willing to take time out of your schedule to make these very important decisions for us. We know it's sometimes an inconvenience, and we do appreciate it. You're now released from the obligation that you not discuss the case. You're free to discuss it with whoever you like. In a couple of minutes, I'll be off the bench and stop by the jury room to see if any of you have questions or wish to make comments, and sometimes the attorneys do that as well. The flip side of that is that you are not required to discuss this case with anyone, and if I come to the jury room and find that not one of you wanted to spend one additional second there, I won't be offended in the least. In either event, you're discharged. Thank you again for your service. Number one, I see you have some documents in your hand. Are you the presiding juror?
Yep.
The jury reached the verdict?
Yep.
Would you hand the documents then to the committee? All right, verdict in count 1A. We, the jury, find the above named defendant guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. Verdict count 1B is blank as required. Verdict count 2A, we, the jury, find the above named defendant guilty of the crime of murder in the second degree. Special verdict form were Kevin West and Marcel West, Innovate Partners. Answer yes. All right, so I'm now going to poll you to make sure that these are your individual verdicts and that they were the verdicts of a unanimous jury. So I'm going to ask you those two questions. Were they your individual verdicts and were they the verdicts of the jury? If you would answer no to any of the counts, be sure to let me know. So juror number one, were these your individual verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number two, were these your individual verdicts?
Yes.
And were they the verdicts of the jury?
Yes.
Juror number three, were these your verdicts? Yes. And were they the verdicts of the jury? Juror number four, were these your verdicts?
So I have to follow up to see when the sentencing gonna be. Y'all know this case is like really pieced together, and I do mean like pieced together. I had to do a lot of scrambling and scraping to get as much testimony as I can for it. Now we do have another trial that we're currently watching, which is the all-pair murder trial. I'll drop the link to that chat. So if you are into watching live trials, seeing justice be served, whether they're guilty or innocent, however the jury decides, I'll drop the link for that one if you want to come over there and hang out. I'm not sure, do you guys, or if y'all want, I can still play Ted's monkey. I could play some more of this if y'all want more of this testimony, but it's totally up to you guys. I will play some testimony. If you guys want to go to the all-pair trial, that's also there available.
I asked him because I didn't believe it at the time.
I know someone was watching that.
He admitted it right there.
You say no more testimony? You done? You done? Okay. Here's the link for the all-pair.
And have you seen Cynthia since
If you're not familiar with
I
that
have.
one, this
Every day.
trial is
living in
about
the same place right now?
Living with it right now.
came from her
Living with your dad?
I am.
they wanted to her and the husband they decided they wanted to
After your
wife
mother passed, she still had her personal items
on
around the
trial.
house.
She already
Yes, what happened?
guilty and
They were spread between,
get
or
out.
separated between me and my sister.
Oh, no problem, DS. I'm glad
And you
you're
don't have the rest of
hang
the stuff?
out and I hope, like I said, everybody
If you
in
don't,
this live trial
I don't remember.
do all day,
Do
every day.
you recall anything about furniture getting removed from the house?
And once we have
Yes, I remember.
Okay, did you play a part in that?
I'll definitely put a notification out there so we
I
can all
remember
watch together. I'll
before
find out.
everything, we had furniture being changed out, or we had carpet
You
being
said
changed,
somewhere, but here,
and we put that off. to the
yeah,
side
and
for
we
that.
got Leah to thank for it because
Carpet being changed or cleaned?
I didn't know nothing
Clean.
about it, and I was like, I'm not gonna piece it together.
So what was the reason
Yeah.
for cleaning? if you know?
I went here and I was like, ooh, I'm addicted.
Okay.
I'm addicted to this. I was
I
addicted.
believe we had
Every time they
gas,
come up with some new testimony, I was on it.
barking, peeking underneath the bed.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, and just listening to it all over.
Were you aware of a time when the bedroom furniture was removed?
I know. You know what? If
Before or
he puts more out there,
Before or
I'll
after.
definitely bring it.
But
Or maybe bring it in a different clip.
did you
They really didn't. They didn't do it. No,
bedroom furniture had been moved out of the
it's
house?
really
Yes.
odd the way they did
And
it because
did you play?
although we were on that screen,
No.
it says gonna bring the
Were you living at the house at that? Were you at
Verdict
the house
is
on
soon.
24th at that time?
I was.
seven words
And
less
what-
verdict
You
and out.
didn't play no part. You
He didn't do it right there. So I was just sitting on that live screen.
I remember
A clip
people
of
helping with getting the
I don't
bed,
know. Maybe they'll put more up there for us.
but I was not part of it.
Yeah, so there's the link for the other room if you guys are interested in the off-air trial. It's a pretty good trial.
On Sunday morning at 6, I'm
You can't hardly hear me over Ted. Sorry.
When you first saw your mother, I know she had a headache. You said that earlier. Other than that, was she
Let me make Ted be quiet. He ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, so Yeah, it was really weird the way they put this, but I'll definitely put the verdict up there for anybody that wants to see it. If I find any more testimony or any more stuff on it, I'll definitely bring it to you guys. Hopefully they'll show us or at least give us the date, his sentencing date. I could look in, I could see if they got anything in the court records. I don't know. I hate the way they kind of did it, but I'm glad that I was able to see it. I would have loved to see gavel to gavel coverage on that one. Cause yeah, I was all in. Yeah, so if you click on this link, it'll teleport you over to our other chat that we got going live. Yeah. Oh, like I said, once again, I appreciate everybody coming over and hanging out with us, and we'll kind of go from there. And I'll play a little bit more of the testimony here if you guys want to listen to it. My guy up here, Ted, my guy Ted, my guy Ted over here, for people that are interested in just listening to the testimony and chatting. All right, guys, I will do that. Thanks, Just Sharon Rock. I definitely tried my best. It was a lot. Woo! Yeah, I just wonder what them kids is gonna think now. But we'll listen to some Ted's testimony. I'll update the banner for people that's coming in. And we'll hang out like that. Cool beans.
Very happy.
When you played cards with her, was she happy?
Yes.
How about when you left? Was she still that way?
When I left, she was so happy.
Your last message at 4 o'clock, did she still convey that feeling through her messages?
Very definitely.
Now you have pets at home. I know you have cats.
We used to.
Okay, how many cats did you have?
We had 2.
One yours?
Yes.
And whose was it?
Mine was a calico. It was Mittens, and then my sister had a cat named Weedle.
And you also had a dog?
Yes.
What was the dog's name?
It was Sadie.
Is Sadie with you at your house now?
Yes.
Whose dog was Sadie?
Relevance.
What's the rebel? If I can just lay a little foundation on it.
Sustain the objection for now. Wait for the foundation.
Do you know where the dog slept?
In the bed.
Whose bed?
My dad and mom's bed.
Now, were you able to observe over the years where on the bed the dog is?
Usually at the center, taking up the most room.
Was would you describe Sadie as like one of those really calm dogs that never says anything, or was she more like a barker? What was
She very vocal.
And what would make her vocal?
Passing strangers on the road.
Was she protected?
Yes.
Would you say she was closer to your mom or your dad?
Objection relevance.
Oh, neither. They close to both.
Were there ever any demonstrations of any Brazilian jiu-jitsu moves or anything like that at home?
No.
Your dad never showed you how to do one of those?
Nope.
Was there ever any talk about doing that?
No talk.
Were you ever aware of your father having any training and stuff?
Objection leading.
No training.
Okay, that's all the questions I have. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, Aaron.
Ted, I have a few questions for you, okay?
Okay.
Now, you mentioned on direct examination that your mother had a multi-day headache.
Multi?
Yes.
Yes.
You were interviewed by Detective Dean Tilson and Lauren Zapata on January 25th, 2024, correct?
Correct.
You never, in the entirety of that interview, mentioned your mom having a multi-day headache.
Okay.
Yes or no?
I don't remember.
You're also interviewed by them again for a follow-up on August 14th, 2024, correct?
Correct.
And you never, during that interview, mentioned a multi-day headache for your mom. Yes or no?
I can't remember.
And then you also talked to myself and an investigator with our office in December of this year, correct?
Correct.
And you never mentioned a multi-day headache on that day either.
I can't remember.
So on the 3 times you have been asked about this case, you have never once mentioned a multi-day headache.
I can't remember.
You did not contact the medical examiners with concerns that your mom had a multi-day headache, did you?
I didn't know I was supposed to.
You provided a massage to your mom on January 8th, correct?
Correct.
And you did not provide information that you gave your mom a massage when you were interviewed on January 25th, 2024 by law enforcement.
I did talk about massage.
On January 25th, 2024, did you talk about a massage with Detective Dean Tilson?
I can't remember.
Did you talk about a massage on January 25th, 2024 with Detective Lauren Zapata?
Can you say the date again?
On January 25th, 2024.
Okay, I can't remember.
In fact, you did not talk about the massage that you gave your mother until after the autopsy results. Is that correct? With law enforcement.
I can't remember the timeline.
Your dad, you picked up your dad and met Cynthia, and that would have been in March, correct?
Roughly.
You did not talk with law enforcement prior to that date about a massage, did you?
I can't remember.
You did not contact the ME's office at that time
I was not.
about a massage.
I was not told to.
Well, you're a grown man. You could have looked at the ME's office and called them, correct?
Correct.
So on January 8th, 2024, you gave your mom a massage. You were later interviewed by Detective Dean Tilson and Lauren Zapata on August 14th, 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that meeting was audio and video recorded, correct?
Audio and video.
And you knew that it was audio and video recorded, correct?
I did.
And you had that meeting at Mr. Walker's office. Did you know?
Yes.
You wanted Mr. Walker there and present, correct?
Yes.
And you understand that Mr. Walker is your father's lawyer, correct?
Yes.
He's not your lawyer.
Yes.
And during that meeting, when you were demonstrating the massage, Mr. Walker interjected, did he not?
Objection, relevance, Your Honor. It's
Also,
also,
there's some issue I need to resolve outside the front, close enough. Even I understand. Yeah. the objection?
Pardon?
What's the objection?
Well, Your Honor, it's, first of all, whether or not I was there, I don't know. I know they're trying to show that he's biased, I get that part. But as far as I interjected, she's not saying what the interjection is. It's not relevant. She's trying to make it look like I'm guiding him. She's got the video. She can show the video. But asking him if I interjected is a vague question. Perhaps we ought to do an offer of proof on exactly that question. It's simply not relevant. Makes it look like I'm interfering in the investigation, and I was not.
Okay, so were you going to ask him about what he interjected, assuming you remember this?
Yes, Your Honor. But I was only going to ask that question of, did he interject?
That's all you want to ask. Did he
Yes.
interject and he wants the answer to it?
Yes, and
I
then I'm
don't
not going
rule the objection. Bring in the jury. Welcome back. I overruled the last objection for future questions.
Ted, and while you were at Mr. Walker's office on August 14th, 2024, and you were demonstrating, did Mr. Walker interject?
Yes.
You mentioned on direct examination, you brought up the term carotids, correct?
Yes.
And you have EMT training, is that correct?
Yes.
And so you know pressure on the carotids is not good.
No.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Okay. You never, on January 25th, 2024, brought up anything about touching your mom's carotid arteries with Detective Dean Tellison to do.
No.
And on January 25th, 2024, you did not tell Detective Zapata about touching your mother's carotid arteries.
No.
And when you were interviewed on August 14th, you did not mention anything about touching your mom's carotids to Detective Dean Tellison.
No.
You did not tell Detective Zapata on that date about touching your mom's carotids.
No.
And when myself and Mr. Hammond interviewed you in December of this year, you never mentioned touching your mom's carotids.
No.
And now, Ted, you gave a demonstration, correct?
I did.
Detective Dean Tellison. And you recall that that was audio and video recorded, correct?
Yes, I do recall.
And you consented to that being recorded,
I
correct?
consented.
And do you recall Detective Dean Tellison said, so Detective Dean Tellison asked you, is the thought that some of her injuries may have come from the massage, or was it the time that the massage happened? He asked you that, correct?
Do you mind clarifying?
I'll skip to the next question.
You were asked by Detective Dean Tellison, do you remember how long this massage went on for, correct?
I remember him asking.
And you replied, usually 5-10 minutes, correct?
Roughly.
And that no one else was in the room when this happened, correct?
Correct.
And Detective Dean Tellison asked you about the amount of pressure you were using when he interviewed you on the 14th.
Yes.
And you said, I push harder and harder, but I always make sure I wasn't hurting the person.
Yes.
And then Detective Dean Tellison asked you a clarifying question. Had anybody that you ever given a massage to said, whoa, too much, ease back as far as pressure? He asked you that, correct?
Yes.
And you said, sure, and I'd back off, and okay, I'd be able to control that. You said that to Detective Dean Tellison on August 14th, 2020.
Do you say that again?
You said, and sure, I'd back off.
This is improper impeachment for the judge. It's not refresh recollection.
And you told Detective Dean Tellison, sure, and I back off, and okay, I was able to control that.
Yes.
And so if you were hurting someone, you would pull back. You wouldn't just leave it there, correct?
I'd never keep pushing.
And the point of this massage was to provide your mother with comfort, correct?
Correct.
Because you loved your mom.
Yes. Very much.
You love your mom.
Very much.
And Detective Dean Tellison asked you, during this particular massage, did Marcy give any indication of either too much pressure or discomfort? Do you recall that?
I do recall.
And you said, not to my recollection.
I don't remember that.
Detective Dean Tellison asked you to give any feedback during this massage, and you replied no.
Did she give feedback?
Yes.
I remember her giving feedback.
But you, when you were interviewed about this on August 14th, 2024, when asked that same question, you said no, she did not give feedback.
Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't.
Detective Dean Tellison asked you on August 14th, 2024, do you believe that the massage injured her or caused injuries? Do you recall him asking you that?
I don't remember.
Would it refresh your memory to look at that portion of the transcript from that day?
The transcript or the audio?
The transcript.
Sure.
And I'm showing you a portion of your transcript. If you could please read that and indicate whether or not it refreshes your recollection.
And you just want me to tell you if I remember this or not?
Yes.
I don't remember.
So you don't remember Detective Tellison asking you, had you ever caused Marcy any injuries during previous massages, to which you replied, never.
I remember him asking, but I don't remember answering that way.
you recall him asking have any of your massages with anybody, parents, cousins, friends, whoever, caused any injuries to anyone that they told you about? And you replied, never ever.
Maybe I answered in a way that I had never injured anyone, and that was because I was holding back.
Would it refresh your memory to watch the audio-visual demonstration that you performed?
Sure.
Has that been marked as an exhibit? Not in the transcript.
It's not required when you're asking somebody to refresh recollection to have the document.
I would ask that he marked.
All right, now, Ted, would you be able to demonstrate the massage that you gave your mom on the CPR dummy there for us today?
Sure.
Can you show us exactly what you did?
Sure. You want me playing towards the jury?
That'd be great, so you can see.
Okay. Usually I'd start at the shoulders. I use my thumbs, kind of pressing in the front fingers and back. And then sometimes I go to the side and kind of do some circles on the side. Sometimes I be kind of doing circles on both sides of the spine. And this could be with fingers, knuckles, or it could be with my elbow. I would also do knuckles here at the neck. I would also do elbow here and behind the carotid here. And then I'd also do it right about here on the neck. And that was the extent of what I do every time.
And you say that that's what you would do every time?
Every time. Not in the same order, but right above there.
So your testimony today is that you would do this every time?
Every time.
Can you please just see?
Sure.
Now, Ted, you would recognize the recording of your massage if you were to see it today in court.
Yes.
And you would recognize it based on your appearance and the date and where it was located.
Yes.
I'm going to just show you a brief second portion for you to make sure you can identify it, okay?
Okay. Sorry, counsel, the exhibit number.
It's 185, Your Honor. Now, Ted, this is you on August 14th, 2024, correct?
Correct.
And that's Mr. Walker's office?
That is Mr. Walker's office.
And like we've mentioned before, you are aware that you're being audio and video recorded.
I was aware.
You consented to that.
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, move to publish 185.
Are you looking to admit it?
Move to admit and move to publish.
Okay, 185 in there. Go ahead.
All right, so video is going. Ted West is going to demonstrate the massage given to Marcy West on January 7th, I believe. Okay. So whenever you're ready, please.
Kind of the general, it's kind of hard to see from your point of view, but I would kind of press and just go in a circular motion on the back, trying to find those knots.
Okay.
And then I would also take my knuckles and I would kind of go in a circular motion here. And then there's also knots that I would find kind of back of the armpit area, pressing in. Trying to find that there. And sometimes her actual arms I would kind of massage as well. Of course, there's no arms here, but that's the general idea of what I would do. Also, I believe I mentioned this, I would get here. I'm more comfortable with my right arm, having that control there, so I would do this. And sometimes I would just kind of brace myself and just, or brace her, I guess, and I would control it that way.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. And were there any other areas that you can remember from that massage that you had like touched or targeted?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. And when you were using the elbow, that was more on top of the shoulder, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I can't recollect if I did it this day, but sometimes I would kind of push in lower on the back, just maybe halfway down.
Okay.
Sometimes there would be pain there, so I would help there.
Okay.
And Ted, just to be clear, you're describing what you generally do. This is what you recall generally doing that day, but it's not exactly a complete reenactment of what you did. Is that right?
Correct. Okay. Yeah. So I cannot remember exactly what I did, but that is most of the time what I do.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
I don't remember that.
Okay. And the pressure with the knuckles was on the side of the neck, is that correct?
Yeah, kind of back to side here. Sometimes it would be lower.
Okay.
Kind of like that. Just
okay.
Something like that.
Perfect. Was there anything on either like the head or the back of the neck?
I didn't do it this day, but sometimes I would grab the back of the jaw, or maybe not the jaw, but behind the jaw, and I would kind of pull up, relieving some stress there.
Okay.
But it's just another technique that I've learned over time.
Awesome. I don't think I have any other questions. Do you?
No, not specifically with the mannequin. No.
Okay. Mr. Walker? Okay. So we will end the video recording. It's 9:19.
And that's it. You've been living with your dad and Cynthia in the escalator, correct?
Correct.
I have no further questions.
Read it. Ted, you've been interviewed several times by Detectives Zapata and Tellison, correct?
Correct.
And you were interviewed by the prosecutor and
Protection meeting.
by the prosecutor and her investigator, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When you first met with Detectives Zapata and Tellison, were you asked if you did a massage during that first meeting?
Was I asked if I gave a massage?
Right. You earlier testified that you don't recall telling you recall being asked?
I
The first one.
Sorry, counsel, let him answer the question.
I don't remember him asking. I believe I brought it up.
And during that first one, do you recall being asked if you had done something to her carotid artery during that first one?
I don't remember talking about the carotid.
Okay. Do you remember ever being asked if you had given her a massage or anything like that before that meeting in my office?
Never.
You heard me interject. I was just asking you if you had, is that what you generally did? What you showed us here today, is that a general massage that you do?
General, yes.
Is it the same every single time?
It's not the same every single time.
Do you keep a log of exactly what areas you touch each time? Do you keep a log of the areas you touch every time?
No, it would be silly.
Did I interfere with them taking a video of you voluntarily showing them that massage?
No.
Now, you were asked about saying you would do it harder and harder and you wouldn't hurt.
Correct.
I'm not trying to hurt you. Right?
Never.
Were there times when people would indicate that's too hard?
Yes.
And then what would you do?
I'd let up, go about halfway back.
You're not aware if you've ever injured anybody.
I am not aware.
You're not trying to hurt people, are you?
No.
Now, the demonstration you gave in the video at my office on August 14, 2024, that was in regard to a massage you had done on January 7th of 2024, correct?
Say the last date one more time, sorry.
January 7th, your last date.
Yes.
Yes. Is your memory really clear what you did at that time?
No.
Okay. Is your memory completely clear today?
It's less clear than it was.
Has anyone ever made you aware that you caused a bruise?
No.
Performed an autopsy on an individual by the name of Marcel West, or Marcy West in this case.
Yes.
What time did you first, or what date did you first examine her body?
The initial examination took place on January 10th.
Was that when her body arrived at the ME's office?
No.
And when did her body arrive?
I believe her body arrived at the medical examiner's office on January 8th.
Okay. And where would the body have been stored between the time that it arrived and the time that you conducted your autopsy?
Her body would have been in the medical examiner cooler within the office.
Is it unusual for a couple of days lapse between the time of the body's arrival and the time of the examination?
No.
And with regard to the first examination of her body on the 10th, what time of day was that approximately?
I believe we started about 10 a.m.
And how long did it go?
The autopsy, I believe, lasted about 2 hours. I believe we were wrapping up around noon on that day.
And what information did you have at that point?
The information that I had was limited to what the death investigator had collected while at the scene. I don't believe we had much more information from either law enforcement or other sources other than verbal reports from law enforcement.
So was it primarily based
I did.
Prior to you seizing the phone, was he interacting with that phone and using it?
He was.
And his usage of this phone and possession of this phone, would that have been captured on your body worn camera on January 31st, 2024?
Yes, it would have.
At any point during your interview with Mr. West on January 31st, 2024, did he give any indication that the phone was someone else's?
No, he did not.
What was the make and model of the phone?
Mr. West's phone was a Apple iPhone 14 Pro.
And the Apple iPhone 14 Pro was the one that you took on January 31st, 2024.
That's correct.
And through the course of this investigation, other phones were seized, but were any other during the course of this investigation the make and model of an iPhone 14 Pro?
Don't believe so.
Did you secure the phone, the iPhone 14 that you seized on January 31st, 2024? Did you secure the phone prior to delivering it to Detective Fields?
I did.
And how did you do that?
It was placed into a Faraday bag, which prevents the phone from communicating with any outside cellular network, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
Prior to placing it in the Faraday bag, did you do anything else to secure the phone or the data on it?
I can't remember if I did it or Detective Arvizo did it, but I believe it was placed into airplane mode and had the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth turned off.
Was this phone also logged into evidence?
Yes, it was.
How do you know that you logged a particular phone into evidence?
Sure. So typically it would be based on the evidence label that the user would create in the process of submitting an item into evidence. And then the packaging would also reflect based on the evidence tape, which anytime we submit something into evidence, the evidence tape will have our initials, PSN or badge number, and the date.
What is your badge number?
4970.
And would you recognize that phone if I were to show it to you today in court based on the evidence packaging and the appearance of the phone within?
I would.
observe that being opened in court yesterday?
I did.
That being the exhibit number.
Exhibit number 87.
Yes, I did.
And do you recognize the evidence tape on that packaging?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
It has my initials, badge number, and the date that it was submitted into evidence.
What date was that?
February 21st, 2024.
And so would that have been after, resubmitted then after you had the Celebrite extraction had been performed?
Yes.
After the Celebrite extraction was performed, were you also provided with a USB containing the Celebrite extraction?
Yes, I was.
Did you review the USB that contains the Celebrite report for Kevin West's iPhone 14 that was seized on January 31st, 2024?
Yes, I did.
Did you review messages from that phone?
Yes.
Did you review photographs from this phone?
Yes,
Did you review app data from that phone?
I did.
Once an extraction is done, can you generate reports from the USB that you were given?
You can. Yes.
And were the reports created directly from the Celebrite extraction data?
They were.
Did the software pull the information automatically from the extraction files?
Yes.
Did you manually type or edit the content of anything in the reports that were created?
No.
Do these reports often contain thousands of pages of records?
Yes, they do.
Do you review those reports and identify messages that pertain to your investigation?
Yes.
And as mentioned yesterday, you do this to either support what Mr. West was saying or refute it.
That's correct.
So do you evaluate it by the date range of approximately July of 2023 through when you seized the phone on January 31st, 2024?
Approximately, yes.
So in addition to going by date range, do you evaluate and generate reports based on potential contact persons within the report?
I'm just gonna get to continue leading on the question.
Do you also review reports by contact information in addition to reviewing it based on date range?
Yes.
Approaching the witness with what's already been admitted as seats 175.
I'm sorry, what's the number?
175.
Not show that it's been.
Oh, I apologize. I apologize, Your Honor. Already admitted 171. Approaching the witness with what's already been admitted 171. Now, Detective Tellison, we discussed this report yesterday on direct examination. Was this report 171 pulled from this phone here?
Yes.
And so that 161 would have been from Kevin's iPhone, which is Exhibit 87.
Was it 171 or 161?
161.
The activity sensor data that was just up here would have been generated from Kevin's iPhone extraction. That's correct.
Now, did you locate communication in the Celebrite from Kevin West's iPhone 14, communication between the defendant and Paul Person?
Yes, I did.
During the course of your investigation, did you learn who Paul Person was?
Yes, I did.
Who was he?
Paul Person is Cynthia Ward's brother-in-law.
Did you locate communications in those text messages which you found relevant to your investigation?
Yes, I did.
Did they appear, at least on their face, to be in contrast with your interview with him?
Sorry, counsel, it's not appropriate to ask a witness to do that.
Showing opposing counsel was been remarked for identification purposes as 180. Approaching the witness with 180. Now, Detective Telson, without divulging the contents of this document, do you recognize it?
Yes, I do.
And how do you recognize it?
This was a report exported from the extraction of Mr. West's phone related to communication between Kevin and Paul Person from December 2023 through January 6, 2024.
And does this report either refute or does it support or refute some of your
Sorry,
interviews?
counsel, it's not appropriate to ask the witness to make argument for you. You can have him identify the document, have it put in, and then the jury will decide what weight, if any, to give him.
So you submit 180.
So, 180 is submitted.
Now, in looking at 180, on page 11, will you please read starting at this message through the message on page 13?
So on January 3rd, 2024 at 3:52 p.m. local, Paul Person messaged both listings, one 6.79 acres, the other 6.73. Give it a reference. And there was, the report indicated this message was deleted the same day, January 3rd, 2024. Kevin replied, "I really like the look. He has more trees than Google shows." Kevin messaged, "I'm excited about it." Paul replied, "Me too. They countered really weird, split contracts. One was interest only. So we rejected and resubmitted with financing through Freedom Northwest Credit Union just about an hour ago or so. No owner carry." Kevin replied, I have a question. Would you be willing to carry a contract for us if we decided we wanted it, but wait till we figure out our crap? Kevin said, crazy. I'm glad you countered.
And then what was Paul's response to Kevin?
Paul message, we still have a feasibility period too, so not locked in for 10 days if accepted. I'll carry the note until things are figured out. Paul message, don't want any side contracts being discovered for either of you two.
Did Kevin respond?
He did.
What did he say?
That's amazing. We have been talking about the property, and if we can't go Saturday, we will go look soon.
And directing your attention to page 21 of Exhibit 180. Will you read the two messages from Kevin and what the dates they were?
So in a message from Kevin to Paul on January 3rd, 2024 at 4:12 p.m. local, he says, we are getting much closer to resolving everything. A second message reads from Kevin, on both sides.
Again, if you are too important a person to have a silenced electronic device, you will have to leave the courtroom. If your device goes off again, it will be confiscated.
Page 30 of Exhibit 180. Will you please read the messages here and here from that Kevin West sent?
January 3rd, 2024 at 4:20 p.m. local. Kevin messaged Paul, I'm moving out on Monday. A second message read from Kevin to Paul, papers done Tuesday.
And now what date were these sent?
Both of those were sent January 3rd, 2024.
So what date would have been Monday?
January 8th.
And when were these messages deleted?
Both were deleted on January 3rd, 2024 at approximately 6:56 p.m.
And did Kevin say anything else on page 31 top?
He did. January 3rd, 2024 at 4:21 p.m. local. I know where I sit, or I will know where I sit.
Page 32, message at the bottom. Going back. Can you actually just read these messages exchanged on 31 through the bottom of 32, please?
So on January 3rd, 2024 at 4:21 p.m. local, Paul had replied, they need it. 4 years ago, we were in Goldendale looking at property with Cynthia and Tanya. And I asked Cynthia if she was going to be able to afford the property once Johnny was out of the picture. She looked at me and scoffed and said she could never imagine a future without him. And that was after about a year of just bad fighting between them. Kevin replied, but I don't care. I will find the best option. Paul replied, good for you. Divorce sucks, but staying in a dead relationship is worse.
Did Kevin reply to that divorce sucks message?
He did.
What did he say?
Kevin replied, for sure. And in a second message, Cynthia and I are solid and we have an amazing future together. I can't wait to add to my family and start over. Legal crap will be over in June.
And on page 33, those two messages
From Kevin.
from Kevin.
January 3rd, 2024 at 4:23 p.m. local. Kevin messages Paul, Washington law crap. And the second message from Kevin to Paul, cool off period of 6 months.
Page 35 of Exhibit 180. Can you please read the two messages that Mr. West sent?
January 3rd, 2024 starting at 4:27 p.m. local. Kevin messaged Paul, I totally get what you're saying though. Cynthia and I are solid. I have so much time in a bad situation, and knowing her and having confidence in us is something only we know. Can't explain, just know. The second message from Kevin to Paul, we both have faith and we communicate so well, so much value in having so much in common and equal faith, beliefs, interests, and everything else. We both feel very lucky.
And were all of those messages subsequently deleted?
They were.
And their deletion dates is reflected in the report.
That's correct.
Did you locate communications between Mr. West and his mother, Lorna Wollenweber?
Yes, I did.
Who is Lorna Wollenweber?
Lorna is Kevin's mother.
Showing opposing counsel has been remarked for identification purposes as 178. Approaching the witness with the same. Now, Detective Tellison, do you recognize 178?
Yes, I do.
And is 178 a Celebrite report that would have been extracted, placed on the USB from 87 by Detective Fields to you in the course of your investigation?
Yes.
Does it contain conversations between Mr. West and his mother
It does.
in which he is responding
Yes,
or messaging?
that's correct.
Move to admit 178.
Okay. 178 admitted.
On page 134, or a page that's labeled 134 of 178, would you please read the messages starting in the middle?
So on September 7th, 2023 at 8:02 p.m. local, Kevin messaged Lorna, Mom, you two are so great. I dream of the day I can take the same photo with someone I love.
Now on page 136, will you please read starting the middle? Just that message.
September 7th, 2023 at 8:11 p.m. local, Kevin messaged Lorna, I think you know who I'm going to be in a photo with soon. I can't wait to send you a pic.
And on 170, what does it say there and what do you see?
So on October 7th, 2023, Kevin had messaged Lorna, "We love you, cheers." And then there was also an attachment of an image that depicts Kevin and Cynthia Ward.
And did you speak to both of these individuals in person at some point during the course of your investigation?
I did.
And so the photograph reflects Kevin and Cynthia, to your knowledge.
That's correct.
What's labeled as page 176 of exhibit 178. Would you please read that page for us that indicates Kevin's responses and messages?
So beginning on October 8th, 2023, around 8:23 p.m. local, Kevin messaged Lorna, "What are your plans this upcoming weekend? Would you be okay if Cynthia and I came down? It's a fluid situation, but we might be able to. If you're not up to it, I understand." Lorna replied, "Yes, absolutely. We'd love to have you both, and you don't need to bring the trailer. I'll reserve the Sandy Toes room for you two. It'll be open for any day /week." And in response to Lorna's message, Kevin loved that message.
And the message that he sends at the top of what's labeled as page 190.
October 13th, 2023 at 3:52 p.m. Kevin messaged Lorna, "I can't tell you what it means to me to have you guys support me and us."
And on page 192, is there a message sent from Lorna that Kevin responds to?
There is.
Would you please read starting at the middle of page 192 through 194, top of that page?
On October 15th, 2023 at 1:19 p.m. local, Lorna messaged Kevin, "Hey, a big thank you for the whiskey, tequila, and lovely bottle of wine. Meant to thank you both. We really enjoyed our time together and getting to know your sweet girl. Enjoy your day. Love you." Kevin replied, "Mom and Bill, thank you so much for having us this weekend. You don't know how much that meant to us. She felt so loved, welcomed, and accepted."
I'm sorry.
Kevin messaged October 15th, 2023 at 5:40 p.m. "I'm forever grateful for you both." He messaged, "Great days ahead." And Lorna replied, "Feelings are mutual and we loved every moment with you guys. She's an easy, sweet girl to love, an instant connection. You know what meant a lot to me personally? For me, I mean, aside from the fact she really loves my boy, she came over to me this morning, took my hand, and said she just wanted to be close to me. Then she asked me if there was anything she could do for me. I wanted to hug her forever. My own daughter has never said that to me. I feel I've given a lot, but I've never felt loved back in that way, not like that. Don't get me wrong, as I know I'm loved by Sis, but there's been this empty spot in my heart. So it touched me deeply. Just to sincerely say that to me meant a lot. I loved her instantly when you came to the door. Now I love her deeply. If a mama could ever choose a girl for her son, if I may, she would be a sweet girl named Cynthia."
Does he reply to that?
He does. Kevin messaged back, "Mom, that message was so amazing. I told Cynthia what you said, and she wants me to tell you that she loves you both. I can't thank you both enough. I'm one happy guy. I know it's hard to believe, but we are kind of crazy about each other.
And is there a message on page 204 that Mr. West sends to his mom? And what is that message?
On October 20th, 2023 at 9:55 a.m. local, Kevin messages Lorna, I wanted to tell you that Cynthia and I are going to Reno in November. We will have 4 nights, meet her mom and dad. We leave the Friday before Thanksgiving.
Page 215, is there a message sent from Lorna or mom that Mr. West responds to?
There is.
Would you please read starting at the middle of that page?
So on October 28th, 2023 at 10:09 p.m. local, Lorna messaged Kevin, we miss you and my adopted daughter. Yep. I told her I started the paperwork. When do you want to make another booking at the inn? No pressure, but hope it's sometime soon. Kevin replied, I love that, Mom. We would love to plan another trip. I love that you guys are texting and getting to know each other. Adoption papers won't be necessary because I'm going to marry that incredibly beautiful woman. However, if adoption papers are what you want, so be it.
Page 246 of 178.
There was a message November 22nd, 2023 at 8:44 p.m. local from Kevin to Lorna. Cynthia is my everything and our future is close.
And does Lorna send a message in which Kevin replies to?
She does.
What is that?
Lorna replied, yes, it is, and you hold tight to that beautiful promise. I love you.
And what does he say in response?
Kevin replied, I will with all I have.
It's labeled as 251 of 178, starting in the middle.
In a message on November 25th, 2023 at 11:15 a.m. local, Kevin sent Lorna, today is a tough day for Cynthia. She finally laid it down for John and he gets it now. He will be moving out soon. I'm very excited because when I move out, I will be able to see her more.
And does he send a message on 263 to Lorna?
Yes.
And then he responds to her message.
Yes.
Okay, would you please read starting at page 263 through the top of 264, please?
In a message on December 8th, 2023 at 1:50 p.m. local, Kevin messaged Lorna, my appointment went really well. She relieved a lot of my anxieties and told me to allow her to shoulder my load. I gave her $1,000 to retain her. I'm sending her bank documents and all the other fun stuff, and she will put together something for me in a few weeks. I'm on my way and kind of emotional about it. Happy tears, you know. I want to call, but it would be too much for me right now. I'm gathering myself and preparing myself. I have so much support around me, you and Cynthia being my greatest champions. She has been amazing and so supportive, helping me along the way, especially today. She has had a very difficult week, and finally today I get to see her. I'm so emotional about having this evening with her. We are going to celebrate the start of us tonight. Mom, I can hardly write this with all the tears. It has been so hard, and I don't know what I could do without her. We literally found each other for this very reason. We both couldn't have done this without each other. Lorna replied, "Aw, sweetheart, this is and will be one of the hardest things you'll go through in your life. It's really difficult ending a long-time relationship, even when it's your choice. It's also a time of new beginnings, and that's emotional as well. You have a lot going on. Be good to yourself, take a deep breath, and know all is well. I'm proud of you and so happy you have such a wonderful and beautiful person in Cynthia by your side. Much love and support to you, please know. I'm so glad you have good counsel and have a path forward. Enjoy your evening, XO." Kevin replied, "Thanks, Mom. I love you tons."
Now lastly with 178. Will you please, does he send messages to his mom on page 179?
Page 279?
279, thank
Yes, yes, he does.
you. And will you please read those for us?
So on December 26, 2023 at 6:52 p.m. local, Kevin messaged his mother, "This is from Cynthia and she needs you to text her so she can text you." The next message, also from Kevin to his mother, "Cynthia says, thank you for the gift. I love you for everything. Your gift was very special. Thank you so much. I love you."
Does the report indicate that these messages have been deleted?
Yes, it does, and the vast majority were deleted.
And when were they deleted? What date?
January 26, 2024.
Did you locate communications between Mr. West and a contact information named Oma Ward?
Yes, I did.
Who is Oma Ward?
Oma Ward is Waltrude Ward.
Is she related to Miss Cynthia Ward?
Waltrude is Cynthia's mother.
Did you generate a report from the Celebrite of that interaction between Kevin West and Oma Ward?
Yes, I did.
Does it reflect, without divulging the contents, does it reflect a conversation in which Kevin West is texting and responding to Oma Ward?
Yes, it does.
Showing you what's been pre-marked for identification purposes as 181. And council. Approaching the witness with what's the 2 Myers Briggs application process that's 181. Again, without divulging the contents, do you recognize that document?
Yes, I do.
And is this the Celebrate extraction of the communications between Oma Ward and Mr. West that was pulled from the extraction that was pulled from Exhibit 87?
Yes.
Move to admit states 181, Your Honor.
Okay. 181 for the minute.
Starting on page 2, will you please read the messages that Mr. West sends?
So on December 20th, 2023 at 1:24 p.m. local, there was a message from Kevin to Oma Ward or Waltrud Ward. Things are tough and great at the same time. I so love your beautiful daughter, and we will never let anything come between us.
So guys, before he goes into any more of these, I want to call word salad text messages, word garbage. All of this material is on the website. Yes, they did see through this and found him guilty. We are going to be covering we are covering a New Jersey trial. So we will, and that's the Canero redrums. Hey, you say, what did he do? He was a firefighter that allegedly, well, I guess I can't say even allegedly now because he's been convicted. They say he strangled his wife. So, chief firefighter, right? Oh man. So guys, we will be going into the Canero case a little later. So please look out for the alert for that case. That probably be in an hour or two when court ends because we're going to watch it on 1.5. So my late night people and people that are at work and just want to hang out and watch the trial, we'll be watching that a little bit later. I want to thank the mods in the chat and everybody that came over. To all the newbies, to the Sweet Pea Gang and to the club, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That's right, Kerry. I don't know what he was thinking. He should have just paid the little money. That was stupid. That was stupid of him. Stupid in all which ways. I truly appreciate everybody coming over and hang out. Hopefully if you a true crime fan, we are in the courtrooms and I do mean every day. Even on Saturdays and Sundays, we probably in the courtroom trying to figure out what we can watch because we are definitely true crime junkies over here at Take It to Trial. Definitely want to see everybody take their case to trial, right? For the good or the better. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me and hopefully I'll see you at we're watching the all pair trial currently. That's what we're currently watching. We're watching that trial and we're also watching the Canero massacre trial, Mansion massacre, where he unalived his entire brother's family, allegedly, because he hasn't been convicted. And Brandon allegedly unalived his wife. So I better make sure I put allegedly in front of him. But I definitely appreciate everybody coming over and hanging out. And thanks to the mods, thanks to the chat. You know, we're nothing without the chat. Oh, you're good. I'm glad you found me now. Margaret, I'm glad that you found me now. Late better than never, right? We here every day. So you good. And there's a lot of stuff on it. If you need to look at anything to catch you up on this one, the case is all on the channel. So everything is there. It's definitely a good watch. And it's not a long watch. It's probably about, I'd say the way they condensed them testimony. Sorry, I had to shut everything down. I have no clue what that is. But I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I am going to go ahead and play our outro song, our Take It to Trial theme song. And you guys, I'll see you out here on these YouTube streets.
When Sweet Pea taps in, you know the courtroom lights go bright. Trials running long, but the family's here every night. Mars on patrol, chat is showing out. This little YouTube corner's what community's about. Therapists you know, steady holding down the floor. Behind the scenes magician, keeping peace like never before. A banner king, a rule keeper too. Every channel dreams of a mind like you. Jason walks in and the ladies lose control. Down to earth king with the warmest soul. Film freaks, kindness, man, it's always on display. Fair and sweet and cheering folks along the way. And Maria from SA keeps the laughter rolling free. Joking, shining, keeping spirits where they need to be. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. We debate, we laugh, we lift each other higher. This courtroom crew is everything we admire. Yeah, no matter what the case or file, we're forever taken to trial. Take it to trial. Pretty brown girl, she'll tell you what's true. Sharp as a gavel, funniest in the room. Dr. Rachel pops in while she's busy running lines. Speaks her mind every time, cuts through like a knife. And Fowler brings the energy, jokes flying fast. Helping Sweet Pea backstage, making every stream last. Then Zach's chosen, causing chaos just for fun. The resident cheater, but we love him, everyone. Here comes Maddie, handsome, quick with the line. A comedy sniper with the perfect timing. And Lynn with the updates, always loyal, always tuned. If true crime news drops, he brings it to the room. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. We debate, we laugh, we lift each other higher. This courtroom crew is everything we admire. Yeah, no matter what the case or file, we're forever taken to trial. Take it to trial. Shamrock keeps us trending, replay queen. Holding down the algorithm like a machine. SD's razor sharp, loyal through and through. And yeah, she adores chasing nothing new. Drunky the bear with the white claws, way managing volunteers like she runs the whole land. Cynthia brings inside with take sharp and steady. Donna keeps it real, 911 and always ready. Tilly Bird's the fat queen, receipts on tap. Easy's new, but she blends right into the pack. Tennessee, hard live, try support her with pride. Melly shows up for family for cooking for his dog. A steady carrying presence through the courtroom fog. And Brooklyn in the house, always bringing that spark. Lighting up the chat like a shout in the dark. Barker loves her grand, speaks truth when it's time. Micrograms with metaphors straight up sublime. Barbara biggest supporter, heart kind of vast. Looking for missing kids, hope that truly lasts. Only fan from Singapore, flag name but sweet. Still shows up with love every time he takes a seat. And even the part-timers keep this place alive. Curvio, Irish Amy, Capri Law, Hellcat, our tribe. Hearts wide open, stories shared, holding space because we care. From every corner of the world we climb to spend these nights together, one trial at a time. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. Mods and shadows, yeah, this love is something rare. A courtroom crew with hearts beyond compare. No matter what the case or file, we're forever taken to trial. couldn't ask for more.